Hi, in this video today I'm going to show you how you can get the PlayStation 5 controller, the DualSense controller, fully working on the PlayStation 3. So natively it will actually work, but there's lots of features that won't work. So for example, you can see now this is actually connected up wirelessly, not using any adapters, just straight via Bluetooth into the PlayStation 3. And you can see there that in the main menu it is working. Also, if you were to use a wired cable, a USB-C cable into the PlayStation, you can also see that it's working. The problem is numerous things don't work. For example, the PlayStation button doesn't work. If I press this button, it doesn't do anything. Motion controls don't work. The rumble doesn't work. And the main thing is, it doesn't work in plenty of games. If I try to play Gran Turismo 5 using the DualSense controller natively on the PlayStation 3, it won't recognise it at all. But if I was to play MotorStorm, it does work. So it does work on some games, but lots of games it doesn't work. So what are we going to do to get it to work? Obviously we need to use adapters. Now, depending on the adapters you use, you will get more features, but some of them are not perfect. For example, if we used a Mayflash Magic NS adapter, the PlayStation button will work. If we plug a cable into it, we will also have rumble, but we still haven't got motion controls. So this isn't ideal. What we have here is a Titan 2 adapter. And with my testing, pretty much everything that you would need works on it. Motion controls work, the rumble works, and it all works wirelessly as well. So that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So to get it to work, all we have to do is plug it into one of the USB ports down here. And we need to make sure that the Titan 2 adapter is via the output, not the programming port, so the cable's coming out of the output. Now we won't have to do any programming on here, this will be just set to 0, so I haven't done any button mapping or anything like that. So now I've got the Bluetooth module set up in here already, so all I'm going to be doing is plugging this into it, and then this will work wirelessly. So let's plug this in now. And you can see now already that it's working up here. So now I'm going to unplug this, and I'm going to hit the PlayStation button. And now once it's synced up, you can now see it's working wirelessly. Now I'm just going to show you some of the features of this. So we can remove this cable completely, and I can show you a bit of gameplay. So here we have Grand Theft Auto 4, and if you have a look here with the analog sticks and the triggers, just to show you they are analog. So you can see the car down here, and if I just move it ever so slowly here, you can see that we're hardly accelerating at all. And also with the analog stick, you can see that small movements show small movements here. And then for example, if I was to go harder on the triggers, you will see that obviously it will go faster. So it's working as full analog triggers and also full analog sticks as well. I'll show you Gran Turismo 5 with the sticks, and it will make more sense. But if I look now, if I just jump out of the car and look around the place, you can see that there's no lag. So if I move around here, you can see that it's just working perfectly. And if you want to change the view, you can hit the touchpad up here. So if I go along here now, you can see here different views. I'll show you rumble working later on, because on Gran Turismo it's a lot easier to show than on here. And back to PlayStation again. Let me now show you motion controls working. Okay, so here we have it working on the analog stick. Now let's swap that over so it's working on the motion controls. So go into here, go down to motion sensor adjust, turn it on, go back to continue, and now look, when I move it like this, you can see it's moving up on screen. And it feels the same as using the PlayStation 3 controller. Okay, you get the idea? So now I'm going to show you the rumble working on Gran Turismo 5. Now, while that's loading up, I just want to show you how the light bar changes. Now, wirelessly, it's not changing here, but it does change down here. There's a little blue light here, and if I hold down the PlayStation button and then I go to controller settings, if I was to reassign the controller to number 2, it will go to red here, and then if I was to do it to number 3, it will go to green here. But I'll tell you what, let's plug in this because it looks lovely when it's actually on the DualSense controller as well. So now if I plug that in there, you will now see that we've gone over to green here. So let's just do all the different colours. So we go to number 1, it's blue, just mimicking the same as the PlayStation 4 controller. And then 2 is red, green, we have this nice purpley pink colour. And now what's interesting is 5's the same, 6 is the same, but we can have 7 controllers connected to the PlayStation 3. And look, when we go to number 7, it goes over to this nice white colour there, which is nice, isn't it? Yep, let's put it back to number 1. And it will jump back over to blue. Right now, it's going to be hard to show you because the vibration is a lot quieter than it would be on a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4 controller. But it feels lovely in the hands because it's not working like a motor with an off-centered weight. It's working like a speaker similar to the Nintendo Switch HD Rumble. So first of all, let's change the view. If I press this here, you can see now that we are going through the different views. And if you have a look what I was saying earlier about the analog stick, you can fully see it now. If I just do it a tiny bit, look at the steering moving, and then a lot. And likewise with this side here, you can see small little bits. So we have a full range of movement there, all the way over there. So there you go, that shows it off nicely there. So now if I was to accelerate, I'm going to put it on here and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. There we go, you can definitely hear that. Now, some of you will be curious whether PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games work. They do. I can only show you a PlayStation 1 game via a disc. PlayStation 2 will have to be via software because this one isn't backwards compatible with PlayStation 2 discs. But you can see here Grand Theft Auto Vice City, PlayStation 2. So let's go into that and then I'll show you it working. Now you can see it's come up with PlayStation 2 there and it has turned the controller off. All we have to do is hit the PlayStation button and now you can see it's synced back up again. And here we have it working. You can see it working here. Go to here, you can see it comes up there. Right, so now let's show you a PlayStation 1 game working. And here we got PlayStation 1. Now I'm just going to turn on the analog stick because at the moment it's going to only work on the D-pad. So hold down the PlayStation button and go to controller settings and change it from digital mode to analog mode. Go back and now we will be able to move around with the analog stick. And here we have it working here. So there we have it, a comprehensive video on the DualSense controller working on the PlayStation 3. It's a shame the little mic button doesn't work down here, and also it's a shame that I couldn't get the headphone jack working, but things are getting updated all the time, so who knows, in a few months from now these features might well be working. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a massive thumbs up. Take care.